possessed from that moment on that this is what I was going to do. So I snuck in one Saturday afternoon, and by the end of the audition process that afternoon, I was hired to be in the touring company. So I had to phone Janice and say, I'm an actor at Second City, and we're getting married in a month. Are you okay with that? She went, yeah, that's what you should be doing.
A lot of people become entrepreneurs who have ADHD. They start small businesses.
About 15% of the patients that I treat work in the film television industry. They should have a Hollywood sign down and make it ADHD City.
I mean, even for me being a psychologist in a private practice, it's great because I can come in when I see my patients, I can leave, I can teach, I do neuropsychological testing.
15% of my patients work in sales, stockbrokers, real estate agents.
People with ADD focus in a crisis. They're calm, cool, and collected in a crisis.
Paramedics, firefighters, emergency room physicians.
The brain surgeon and airline pilot, don't worry, they pay attention when they're flying. They just have trouble with the paperwork after they've landed. Marry the right person and find the right job. And adults with ADD often make the same mistake in both domains. They marry and work for a caricature of a bad fifth grade school teacher. They marry and work for someone who is controlling, demeaning, picking, and someone who doesn't really like them all that much because they got the idea around about fifth grade that that's what they needed, that they were a hopeless case. So they had to be ridden herd on. They had to be controlled. They had to be demeaned and put down and so on and so forth. So don't do that.
Everything's a negotiation. Everything's a negotiation. There's not one person in the relationship that really, says this is the way it is and that's the way it has to be and that's the be-all, end-all.
Yes, dear.
It just doesn't work that way.
Sometimes people have to walk a little further away from the cliff if they're under a lot of stress or risk. Having a supportive system around you makes a big difference.